Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Teen Wolf. This is episode 10 of season 5. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the series so far. Last episode was interesting. We ended the episode with Styles and Scott pretty much having a fight. You know, Scott was Scott's found out that Styles killed Donovan. Now the way that he's thinks Styles killed Donovan is obviously not true, but this is Theo's doing. You know, he's spouting his BS all over the place. So for one, he's had a conversation with the sheriff and he's told the sheriff that he was the one that killed Donovan, and he explained the exact situation of how he died by pulling the scaffold and it falling on him, killing him because he was trying to attack him, but he never said it was Styles that done that. However, Theo has spoken to Scott and given the wrench that Styles hit him with. Do you remember when he coming at bit his shoulder when he had his hand like that? And yeah, he pretty much said that he watched Styles absolutely cave his head in. He said he knows that he killed him because he could hear his skull cracking when he was across the road and he could literally hear the scream. So it's mad, isn't it? We've got him on this side here. He's telling Scott that he's seen Styles kill him in one way, and then he's telling Styles' dad, that he's killed him in the way that he actually did die. So I mean, that lie is going to come out eventually. We've seen it. You know, Styles' dad did say, you know, in one of the episodes that if somebody's lying, then they'll get stuck in it too deep and it will always come up to, you know, up to the truth. So again, it's exciting to see that. But like I said, they was arguing at the end of the episode. Scott was saying, we can't go and we can't be killing people. We can't, you know, take lives. We're supposed to be saving them. And he said there becomes a line where it's not self-defense anymore. It's actually assault, pretty much. That's what he's saying, because obviously the way he thinks, like I said, Styles has killed him, was bashing his skull in, when that obviously didn't happen. So again, it's really interesting with this one. I have to go on the side of, like, Scott always speaks from a supernatural point of view, and like everybody could do the same stuff as him, and you know, they shouldn't be killing people. But you know, if you're a normal human and a supernatural's coming after you and they're trying to absolutely take you out, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're not as strong and fast as Scott. You're not able to defend yourself as much as he is. So he has to, you know, think of it in this side as well. Now, again, really interesting. Hayden, she was locked up. So was Liam. Theo's come, he's helped him. You know, he saved the day, he's come, he's got them, he's rescued them, he's ended up fighting the Dread Doctors as well. Now, obviously, from everybody's point of view, he seemed like some sort of great guy. He's all these situations, he's feeding information, he's helping them, he's saving them, and he's also, you know, working against the Dread Doctors from them. But realistically, you know, he's kind of still working for them, which is interesting. We did learn that, obviously, he seemed to pair up with these guys because they promised him that they would find him a pack, and that is probably why he is searching for Scott. But then again, my question is, why is he inside the park trying to infiltrate and kick out the other members, like Styles, for example? So again, very interesting. We found out, well, Parrish found out that he is the one that's taking the bodies to the Nematon. Him and Lydia went and found the location where he's been taking all the bodies, and he said, look, mate, only them ones there, I can remember it now, in the dream. I'm not just sat burning a few bodies and burning hundreds. And you know, he's gone and locked himself in a cell, and he's told the sheriff that don't let him out because he is obviously a threat to them, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to be a good cop and he wants to help society, not damage it. So very, very interesting, and I can't wait for today's episode. Hopefully you guys do enjoy it. If you do, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump in to episode 10 of season 5 of Teen Wolf.
What do you mean, no?
Liam, look at her. She's too weak. It'll kill her.
You said you'd do everything you could.
Which is why I'm not gonna do something I think is gonna kill her. Scott.
Well, his ass was kicking in again. But, you know, I respect his reason why he's saying no. Like, he thinks it'll, like, make it worse.
We need to do something.
How's that car still going? Just, like, literally, it's been through so much. The wrench is in the car. Needed everything else repairing anyway, didn't it?
7 clarified eloping.
Running on all fours. Suspect is possibly a large animal.
I have eyes on the suspect. Corner of Union, headed north towards Beacon Hills High School. Confirmed, back on all fours.
So that's interesting. That's one of the only times that we've seen somebody say they've seen someone run on all fours, then run on 2 legs, and then run on all fours again. And he said that the 2 legs one was running like 40 miles an hour. Yo, check that, mate. They threw the Beacon Hill sign. They got into the hail bolt. Oh. and they can't hear that. Surely they've just heard that. Success imminent, mate. Literally, they must have had a successful subject who's able to run on all fours. So it must be like a full-on werewolf. It's interesting that. And did they say, I think last episode, that was it a super full moon? I believe they said it was. And now we've just referenced the moon there. So I'm excited to see what's going on.
It's called chelation therapy. It removes heavy metals from the blood. But the problem is that it can injure the kidneys, and Hayden only has one to begin with.
It's the full moon. We can feel it even during the day. And it's a super moon.
So is the school closed today or what after that attack? What's going on? I mean, it was just stupid that from Styles. I should have said it at the start. Why would you throw it in the location where your dad was?
All those emotions mixed with the supermoon tonight isn't going to be good. I don't mean restraints or chains. I mean Leah, Styles, Lydia. You need your pack, Scott. Theo, thank you.
See, what's interesting with Scott, right, is that over the first 4 seasons, I've always seen him as kind of like a leader, yeah. He's always been there, boom, 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 fast paced, wants to be in there, wants to help everyone. But, like, he seems depressed this season. That's how I can best, like, describe it. He just seems like a Debbie Downer, depressed person this season. Like, he's got no motivation at all.
But you're drawn to death, just like me.
That make me a kind of banshee?
You find bodies.
I should probably add that to my resume.
It's on my college applications.
It looks like Liam, that, to be fair, that shadow. Yeah. Struggling with a super full moon, that's what they called it, didn't they?
Can we fix it?
Not enough duct tape in the world to fix that thing.
How come you let it get so bad?
Been a few distractions if you haven't noticed.
I notice more than you think I do.
Help knowing.
Interesting, mate.
Knowing what you are.
Doesn't scare me as much.
It was the night I found that werewolf, the one with the talons. Thought I was gonna die that night. Because I saw you. Saw the banshee. But I guess it was just a dream or hallucination.
The myth about thunderstorms, ghost riders in the sky, and black dogs. I need to check on something. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Valerie.
She's a deputy. I think I might know where she is. Theo just texted me about the high school, said there's cops everywhere. Might be another Chimera.
Innit? This is where you do have to tell her everything. You know, if his sister's dying on the table, you need to explain it.
Are you gonna tell him about Donovan? I saw the bite on your shoulder when you were sleeping. It didn't matter to me. That's why I never said anything.
Matters to me.
I like that though. I mean, it's tough, innit? If he is the first person he's killed, he's struggling. You know what I mean? I get it. I totally get it.
Sheriff left half an hour ago. Said he's on his way back.
Okay, thanks. I'll swing his office.
A myth of devilish riders in the sky accompanied by black dogs. The black dog is also known by its more common name, the hellhound.
You know what's coming,
Yo.
don't you?
Oh, here we go. So now, right, interesting. So she's gonna remember. Well, maybe this is how she gets put in the hospital or the whatever you'd want to call it, the clinic, Echo House. But what's interesting is he physically confronted her and he's hit her. It's not like when Perish come when they hit him in the car and he's thinking, who was it? She's seen it, she's listened, and obviously he said that they want her, which again, really interesting. He's took her out. Now, obviously, like I said, she just said that Perish is the Hellhound. Is that his supernatural character? Is that his official name? Again, that's really interesting. Oh, look at this, mate. Whoa. Who's that?
How'd you do that? We're in an animal clinic and I need equipment designed for humans. I said that we're gonna take her to the hospital. Didn't say we're going through the front door.
I could show you.
Showing me plenty right now.
I'm trying to help all of you. And if Scott can't do it, then someone else needs to take the lead. But Hayden's still a Chimera. And there's 2 more we haven't found yet, and they're still dangerous. They need you.
Yo, this guy's well known, isn't he? It's like he wants to be the alpha, but like in a different way.
Wait, don't shoot, don't shoot! Get back, stay out of his way!
Yo, I like how they was all sweating in the tops. Look decent. What's his key for?
My sister.
Scott's at the school. He's trying to get her.
Out looking for her right
Yeah.
now. He's gonna bring her here as soon as he can.
Oh, he's trapped. Okay, he's
possible.
showing himself.
A werewolf shouldn't even be able to touch Mountain Ash. I'm the first chimera. It's the coyote part you don't notice. That's why Malia trusted me first, even though she probably didn't know it. We can't all be true alphas. You're just gonna have to wait here alone for what happens next.
Mate, right? You're trying to tell me that Scott is in the school library, yeah? Now, in the day, let's say 3 p.m. And not one person is going to go in there and find him before the supermoon hits its peak tonight. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not having it. It's too early for him to be locked up. But again, I like it that Theo now, it's out. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, people know that he's involved with them now. You know, he's with the Dread Doctors. And, you know, I'm trying to think now. Because I kind of feel like this is... I don't know. Feels like a mid-season finale or something. I don't know. Like, I'm assuming that we're just going to go the course. It's not going to be like season 3 where we had 3A and 3B. We're going to go continuously just 5, like just 1. But again, if it is the whole season of 5, it's very good that it's been addressed now, episode 10, and we've got the back end of the season with all this information that we all know to go after them, which will be exciting.
Shouldn't we be talking to one of the doctors?
I've been wrestling with that for hours.
She's dying.
With the
Yeah.
amount of mercury in her body right now, she shouldn't even be alive.
It's night time now, it looks like. He's used all of his inhaler, it looks like. Oh, does it have a back door? Oh, smart, Scott. Go through the vents. Who's this one that's locked up? Is it the next experiment? His claws look sick, though. Oh, I don't want Malia to be stabbed up, mate. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, he's been injecting it with different stuff. Smart, mate. He's been making him weaker. No wonder he's been relying on it more and more and more.
Did you lie to me?
I've never lied to you.
But you won't save her?
Liam, it's the supermoon. It's feeding your anger. It's making
He's
you more aggressive.
thinking about taking Scott out. Yeah, so he can do the bite.
Promise.
Yo, mate, Liam looked like, I don't know, muscler. I don't even know. Obviously, he's a fit guy, mate, literally, but he looked like proper beefed up, like he wanted to go for a proper scrap then. It's interesting, you know, he really cares for Hayden, which I actually really like to see, you know, like at the start of the season, like you say, you could see them that, like, they didn't get on, and his obviously feelings have well rapidly progressed, and he's thinking, do you know what, if Scott's not going to do the bite, then I'll take Scott out, I'll become the alpha, I'll go and give her the bite. Again, you can see where they're coming from. You got to respect it, but they're stuck in the school now. Both of them are stuck there, you know, no matter what happens, even if he takes Scott out, he can't flee and get there in time. So pretty much they both just stuck on that roof. Also, what I'd like to know is, I know that when they hit the Mountain Ash walls, so to speak, we see the vibration, but does a standard human, so for example, Styles, when he looks at it, do they just see them knocking on thin air? Because if Scott was stood on the roof like, come, help, and if people just walked in and walked out and said, what you doing? Just walk through the door. And like, how would you explain it? Do you know what I mean? Or like, would they see him when he walked and he hit the barrier? Would they just see him fall over, or would they see the barrier?
What about Scott?
He's not answering, and if Liam wants to be with her, he needs to get here now, because she is dying.
Hey, Liam, stop! You're not gonna save her by killing me.
Yes, mate.
What the hell was that?
Look at about time, mate. 10 episodes into the season. Alright. He's just gonna follow him to the Nematon, isn't he? Smart Styles. Don't have a car though.
But I'm guessing things are bad again. The Desert Wolf knows you're alive. And she's coming back to Beacon Hills.
She's out, and he's got the bodies. We gotta find Scott, and we gotta tell him. Styles! I don't think Scott wants to talk to you right now.
Checking he's going to spear him out of that window.
I can't let you kill me.
Yeah, Scott wasn't even fighting as anything, was he? He was just fighting as Scott a minute ago.
I covered for you. This was taken care of. I guess even the son of a cop can make mistakes. I came for the Banshee, the girl surrounded by death. I came for the Dark Kitsune.
The beta with anger issues. I came for Void Styles. That's the pack I want.
Oh, mate, you got to take Scott out. Everyone wants to take Scott out.
There he is.
You gotta admit, he's annoying, but he's quite interesting.
You can't help Scott and save your dad's life. You still got time, Styles.
Obviously, you're gonna pick your dad over Scott. That's just a standard, but still, you're gonna try and do both.
He wants you to be the alpha. He can't take the power from me. Only you can.
How's Scott losing? I mean, he's not going to lose, but like he needs to absolutely dominate.
Liam, what are you doing? She's gone.
Brutal, that, innit, mate? Absolutely brutal. But then again, just going back to what I was just saying a second ago, how Scott lost that fight. How's he lost to a you know, brand new rookie Wolf? Do you know what I mean? Like, if that fight carried on, he would have killed him. Scott was on the floor there, looked like he's bleeding out. He couldn't really move, you know. Yet we've seen him fight all these crazy people. We've seen him fight Calais, Deucalion, you know, all these other supernaturals that have come in. Peter, you know, last season, him and Peter had a scrap right at the very end. He's been through Kate and the Argents and everything, and now he's just losing to a standard fight against Liam. Shouldn't be happening. Also, I can put it down to is he's been weakened by taking the Wolfsbane, by his inhaler. And again, I'm going to go back to his inhaler and say maybe the reason why he's been overusing it is because he's been taking it and it's been making him weaker. And he's been thinking, I need to take it to get better. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, the more he's taking it, he's thinking it's helping him, but it's not. The more he's taking it, it's making him worse. And it's making him want it even more, which is making him even worse. Because like I said, we haven't seen him use it much at all in the first 4 seasons. And it's like a massive, heavily key focal point of this season so far. And I feel like it's been used so many times that it does need to be addressed. And does that have a reference to his asthma there, the asthmaticus, whatever that says? Literally interesting. Anyway, Hayden's died. Pretty sad, to be honest. I wanted her to kind of be in it. I thought it just made Liam a decent character. I was happy that he got his own little storyline for us to get behind, and it gets him more interesting. But like I said, he just looks like he's beat up Scott there. He looks like he's quite strong. He has potential. Liam, you know, we've seen Theo. He said that he's taking Styles' dad. He's got one choice. He either goes after his dad or goes after Scott. He can't pick both. And obviously he said that he's come for a pack, but doesn't involve Scott, which again is really interesting. And he's admitted that he's not a fully fledged standard wolf. He is a chimera. And, you know, he was their kind of first one. And although he's great, he's not the peak of what they want. And that's probably why they're still looking.
Seriously, you couldn't have waited 5 minutes?
I wonder if he stabbed him, right, with the claws, Mason, with Scott's blood, if it done anything to him. Yo, who's done this to him, man? Oh, he's come for the body. She is dead.
He hasn't had a pulse in over 15 minutes. You can't bring someone back that's...
He's not someone, he's my son.
Melissa,
Yo, I do like how... Did you see when she breathed then? His belly went up. I actually like that. He's back. He's alive though, and he's not dead. Oh.
What do you think, Lydia? My door hurts?
Oh, that was interesting. Oh, what has he done?
Every leader suffers loss, sometimes more than you think is bearable. You'll get them back. You have to. Give them hope.
Mate, people just need... You need a cause to stand behind, don't you? That's it. You need to all unite and have one Conor member like him. And then it can, you know, bring everybody in. They can all come. He can give his speeches out. He can, you know, rattle them up. He can get them all back on his side. But right now, obviously, he's down in the dumps. And it's just like rippling out to everybody else.
Come on. Watch this!
Mate, I'm well interested because they're dead. Oh. Oh, Hayden.
What's happening?
Who are you?
I'm your alpha.
Yeah. He's creating a fight.
All of you belong to me.
Do you reckon it's because of those claws? Success, mate. Look at that. It's like two beasts fighting against each other. One looked like he had red on him then, one looked like he had yellow. Kind of like Scott and Liam this episode. But what I'm saying is, Scott was saying, you know, I've lost, mate, everybody, yeah? You need to learn how to lose to know how to win. That's literally it, you know? Like, the best winners are the people who have experience of loss. And they don't like it. You know, sack that, mate. I never want to experience that again. And then you know how to win. You know, only people who have done that and been through that are the true winners. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's experiencing a loss now. This is where he needs to prove that he is the alpha. He has to pick himself off, dust himself off. You know, I lost the battle, not the war. That's it, mate. That's why it's a classic saying. Everybody can have a defeat here and there. It's what you do with that defeat. Do you let it define you? Do you go and sit, tuck your tail in and run away? Or do you come back fighting stronger, better than ever? Right now, he's lost all his friends, yeah? Or his pack, so to speak. But that's because, in my personal opinion, Scott's not even fought for them. Like, he's fought for them, as in, like, he's tried to stop the Dread Doctors and all that. He's tried to save them. But, like, you know, he's, like, with the Styles thing, you know, he didn't really... to me, it would be like... He was just fast to judge, and he was just like blah blah blah, and like he seems quite down, and like Kira's gone, didn't try and fight, and like he lost to Liam, and just all these things for Scott this season. It's not the Scott of the other seasons where he is an alpha. You know, the guy is, when everybody else is in the dumps, he's the guy on top. He's coming up with a plan. He's hoping to succeed. Now it's like he's already accepted defeat because he doesn't know what's going on. And obviously Theo's come in and he's creating his own little pack. And this is where, you know, he does need to unite his own pack. He needs to get them back. He needs to dust himself off, dust them off, get a good speech going, ring up Marcel Gerard, ask him how does he do it, get one that absolutely brings them all together, and then they go for it. That's what needs to happen. But what's interesting is, Theo's just brought dead people, like full on dead, you know. It's not as if like they're in a state and they're just about to pass and he like saves them or transitions them. They're dead. We've seen them all. Mercury coming out of all of them. Perisher's come, he's took them to the Nematon. To be honest, right, what's going on with him? When he takes them to the Nematon and we see the vision of him sat there all burning, are they all burning? Like, I'm assuming none of them are burned. I'm assuming that doesn't happen. It's just a vision. I don't really understand that, but he's been there, he's injected them with whatever serum that is taken out of that big tank that person is currently inside. And he's injected it into all these people, and they've all woken up, and I'm the captain, I'm your leader, I'm your pack, and they followed him. Now, he doesn't have any red eyes, and I don't know if they have some sort of loyalty or bond to him because of this, but again, it's going to be interesting. Like you say, he did come to Beacon Hills for a pack, but not involving Scott. Maybe the pack that he's talking about is not even Scott's pack at all. You know, he said that he was there for Styles and blah, blah, blah. But maybe it was to get into this situation where he had the ability to choose whoever he wanted, change whoever he wanted, and give the power to whoever he wants. Because like we've seen, mate, you know, he could walk through the mountain ash, he could transition into a coyote, he could transition back, he could do all this mad stuff. And, you know, he's just took out Scott as well, nearly killed him. His mum had to come and save his life. So, again, I'm liking how Theo's out in the open now, hoping that the sheriff's not dead as well. And like I say, it's good that everybody knows that he's the badder. Now we've got one common enemy as well as the Dread Doctors. We all know that they're on the same side. We need to go against them for the back end of the season. And this has got to be the mid-season finale because I thought it was really good because it's quite a lot of sad moments. If you see, you know, she's died. Scott looked like he nearly died. We had Styles' dad, you know, like what's happened to him. Got Lydia on the floor. So, again, I thought it was good anyway. I really did enjoy this episode. I'm glad that this Theo story is out in the open now and we can full on go after him and try and take him down in the back end of the season. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. So, it was a good one. Like I said, it definitely feels like the mid-season finale. I'm going to assume that it is. You know, Hayden has died. Liam's obviously devastated. He's had a fight with Scott. Come out on top as well. So, you know, very interesting. They had a scrap in the school and, yeah, it looked like he left Scott in a bloody state. It looked like he was about to kill him as well. Do the dirty work for Theo. That was his plan, you know. Theo's not part of Scott's pack, so he can't take his alpha status, you know what I mean? Like, he could defeat him, but he wouldn't become the alpha, but someone within the pack. That's why he said that he's come. That's why he wanted to be accepted by Scott, because once he's in there, he could take it, but he's not been accepted. So he has to get Liam to do his dirty work. And if Liam done it, he'd get his red eyes, and then he'd come in, and then he'd be accepted by Theo, and then boom, mate, he'd take it off Liam. So again, really interesting that Liam did come out on top. Obviously, he had this full strength from the supermoon, and he was fuming that obviously Hayden had died as well, and all his emotions come out. And yeah, he managed to take Scott out. Only Mason come in to save the day. Now it looked like Scott died as well, because Theo come in, stabbed him, left him down, and you know, he's obviously admitted that he's here to take the pack, but it's not obviously Scott that he wants. He wants him out of the equation. You know, Malia was easy to manipulate. It was a coyote instinct, and that is the reason why he's been kind of getting close to her. So that does make sense now. Also, he's obviously had a fight with Styles, so to speak. He said to him, look, mate, I've come. This is the one that I wanted, the one that was punching in, the one that was getting angry. He said, you've got a choice to make. You either go after Scott or you go after your dad. One or the two. Obviously, he's gone after his dad. You can't blame him. Now, the sheriff looks like he's in a bad state, doesn't he, mate? He's found him in that place where, obviously, Liam and Hayden was kept last episode with all the electrical fence, and he's bleeding all over the place. I hope he doesn't die. Honestly, I really do like Sheriff Stilinski, and obviously, he's going to probably ask Styles when he recovers, like, what happened with Donovan. And Styles was going to tell him as well in this episode, I think, as well. But that's what I assumed anyway. He said that he was waiting for him in the office before, obviously, Paris ended up breaking out. Obviously, he's gone and he stole a couple more bodies. And, you know, Dale's done a head dive inside of Lydia, and that's why they found the Nemeton. He's gone there, he's injected him with some serum, and now he's creating his own little fighting little army pack, mate. Literally, I want to know if the Dread Doctors know that he's doing that, or if he's done it off his own back, you know. Like I said, we all think that Hayden's dead. Well, the pack does. But now she's alive, and she's obviously working, well, maybe working with him. I don't know how long this serum lasts, you know. Can it keep her in the show permanently, or is it just a short-term thing? We'll have to find out. But like I say, yeah, he doesn't have his red eyes, and he's not like a true alpha, and he's not like an alpha like Scott or Derek would be towards their pack, but he could definitely boss them around, and obviously he's much stronger than them, and he's got experience with all this stuff that's going on. The fact that the Chimeras can walk in and out of Mountain Ash, I think is really good, because it just gives them like an added layer, which is kind of better than the normal supernaturals. Obviously, that normal supernaturals are better because they're naturally born and enhanced. They're not like physically medically made, and there's always different ways around medical science, isn't there? There's always like I don't know, if you could do something you can counter it, so to speak, but like if you're born into something, kind of like Derek and Scott, then I'd say Scott wasn't born into it, was he? He was turned the proper way, but like if he was done it in the official manner, then there's probably no way of you know, going back against it. So I do think that they're going to think of something and how to take Theo out, and it's going to be interesting to see. I want to know if Hayden obviously manages to stay in the show, but also like help the team out, you know, because she seemed to be herself when she woke up. They didn't seem to be somebody different, you know. She's like, what's going on, where am I? And that means that she still probably has her feelings for Liam, so when he finds out what's happened, I wonder what side he's going to take and what he's going to do. Like I said, Lydia, she had the claws in the back of her neck. He's done like a head dive, and I don't know if that, like, if he's done it right or wrong, but if that's caused her to get into this steady state that she's in now, that we've seen her in the episode 1. But she was just left at a Nemeton lay down, wasn't she? Parrish is on his way. It looks like he's got 2 more bodies. He might find her, and when he gets there, obviously he might be the one that takes her there. But like I said, it was a good episode today. It was like sad, so to speak, because like I said, the gang, the pack, they're all falling apart, and Scott is looking defeated, but he needs to, like I say, pick himself off, dust himself off, get everybody together. We know the Desert Wolf's coming to try and get Malia. She's obviously going to be focusing on that as well, and there's just so much going on. What have they just found as well? The Dread Doctors, when he went down in the basement, they smashed this wall. There's 2 big big things on it, like kind of looks like 2 big absolute Goliaths going at each other. One with red eyes and one with yellow. So I want to know what that's referencing. They are interesting. We still don't physically 100% know what they're trying to get at, but I'm still going with it's the person. Whatever Theo's just taken from that tank, their main focus is that guy. So hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out the channel. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.